Hi there, I am Pamela Pedrick, also known as the Dietless Dieting Coach, and I am a registered nurse, a certified holistic health coach, and busy women come to me when they are ready to ditch the yo-yo dieting, the constant weight regain, and the fatigue, and they are ready for natural, holistic strategies for their unique bodies so they can release the weight, keep it off, and feel light and free. And when they work with me via my Beyond the Fork Academy, we customize their journey for their own unique body. And so I am on a mission for you to find those solutions that are natural and holistic that'll work for your unique body, which is exactly why I created the Beyond the Food Weight Loss Summit, specifically designed for women over 40 who are ready to break free from the constant weight regain and nothing's working for you. This summit is different because I'm bringing together experts who will share their top strategies to help you release weight naturally without extreme diet restrictions or extreme workouts, and help you to achieve lasting weight loss and transform your health for good. Plus, every expert is giving you a free gift, all specifically geared for women over 40. So let's get to it. My name is Pamela Pedrick, and I am the creator of and the host. I will be presenting on how to get and stay motivated. Do you struggle with staying motivated? Do you struggle with even getting motivated? Like, do you not know what to do, or do you kind of get started and then you're like, follow what life's on you and you just don't know how to get back into it? I get it. See, I've been doing this work for 20 years, and the number one thing that I hear among women is lack of consistency. They might have a plan of action. They might have a protocol, even from their own physician. But what can happen is life gets in the way, and life can prevent you from being consistent. You might have low energy. You might have stress. Lots of things can happen. Yeah, I get it. Absolutely. So how to get and stay motivated? I like to start off with this topic because if we don't know how to get and stay motivated, it doesn't matter what I or the speakers are sharing with you. What might happen is lack of action, lack of implementation. You're not going to take action, or you might take action, but then it's like, life gets in the way. You have ever said, well, I'll start on Monday because the weekend's coming up. Or, yeah, it's the holiday. I don't want to be changing what I'm doing over the holiday time. By the way, I've said every single one of these myself, so I completely get it. So how do we get and stay motivated? So that when life's on us, which it most likely will, as soon as you get off of this today, when you're hit with life, that you have a plan, that you can have tools that you can take with you to get and stay motivated. So it's all about linking pleasure and motivation. Liking pleasure. So what does pleasure have to do with manifesting your goals? So when I share this with my clients, we always review our goals, or MOFA. MOFA stands for motivating factor, M-O, motivating, F-A, factor. What is your motivating factor? Oftentimes it's not the weight. It really isn't. It's what is losing the weight going to give you? And then what is that going to give you? And when I work with my clients, we really dive deep into what will having that do for you? And then what would having that do for you? And then what will having that do for you? And the two themes I hear most common are the theme of freedom from food, freedom from the bondage of dieting, freedom from having to be so food focused all the time, and peace. Freedom and peace are the two themes that I hear. And I get it, because back in my dieting days, which, by the way, dieting was my second job. I am a registered nurse. I have my master's in counseling. I'm a nurse holistic health coach, but my life has not always been this way. See, I used to binge eat on the weekends, but I never acknowledged that I was a binge eater because it was just during the weekends. I would literally grab my binge food on Thursday. And then I had an unwritten rule in my home, which I didn't acknowledge till years later because it was like subconscious on my part. that all my binge food I had to have eaten by Monday because I didn't want to feel like crap during the work week. So I intrinsically knew what the binge eating was doing to my body, but I wasn't acknowledging it. And so I just thought, by the way, I had been dieting for years. It started in college where I did my first official DIET because instead of gaining the freshman 15, I gained 25 pounds. 25 pounds. So my junior year in college, I was like, I just want to get this weight off because I've been trying things here and there, but I just officially did my first diet. I counted calories. I switched to everything diet. I went to Diet Pepsi. And then when Coke Zero came out, it was Coke Zero. I did with the artificial sweeteners. Back in the day, there was only the pink packet. I am dating myself, by the way. I will be 50 next year. So I did all the traditional dieting. I counted my calories. I ate low fat, fat free foods, and I switched out to diet foods. And yes, I lost some pounds and inches, but then I kept gaining it back. And then I would try another diet to lose it. And I would lose some pounds and inches, but then I would gain it back. And then I would try another diet. So 20 years of dieting. And I was like, screw it all. I guess I'm just going to be overweight, exhausted, mentally drained, not loving myself, not loving my body, because at the core was I didn't feel worth it. I didn't feel lovable, and I was lonely, and I was sad. And so the binge eating was a reflection of that because I was trying to force all the crap of those emotions down by eating, which is why when we binge eat, we do it very quickly to stuff those feelings and emotions down. We eat very quickly because we don't want to feel it. We don't want to acknowledge it. It's a way of our body, of us, to calm the nervous system down. So when I had my come to Jesus moment, which by the way happened when I was watching some chick flick, my favorite movie of all time, but I just resonated with the protagonist, the lead actress in there and her character, where she was overweight and she was smoking and she was drinking. I wasn't smoking, I wasn't really drinking, but she had those habits and she really wanted to get healthy and she wasn't dating the best guys and, but just her whole weight journey, I just kind of resonated with. And then you see the whole video montage and the music playing in the background, and she's putting nutritious foods in her fridge. She's ditching the cigarette, she's ditching the alcohol, and she's energetic, and she's working out in the gym. And I'm literally, because it had been my birthday, I had a whole rest of the red velvet cake in my lap, not just one slice or two slices. I had the whole on my lap. With my black cat Judah on one side, my gray tabby cat Zacchaeus on the other side, sitting on my green couch, watching this play out, and I'm literally fork in hand, fist in the air, going, "You go, girl." And I literally paused. And I said, well, what about my you go, girl moment? I'm in my early 30s. Is this going to be my life? Every weekend, home alone, with my cats, although I love them dearly. Like, is this my life? Am I going to be battling this whole stinking weight issue throughout my 30s, throughout my 40s, throughout my 50s, and beyond? And I thought, well, you know what? I need to change. I need to change. And even at that point, I was like, well, dieting people, even the diet gurus, and I'm a nurse, and even medical industry says to eat less and move more. And I'm like, I didn't want to do that. I really didn't. So I love to research, and I researched the heck because I was trying to find what is the true formula to lose weight and keep it off. Because it's the keeping it off that is a real sticky point for most women. It might be a sticky point for you. Maybe you've lost some pounds and inches, but you can't keep it off. You can't gain it back. And so you're going from diet to diet to diet, weight loss program to weight loss program, and you're struggling. And you might feel all alone in your journey. You might be frustrated and you might feel like this is never going to stop. I'm never going to get to a healthy weight. That was me. But after researching, I found there was a whole lot missing from the weight loss equation. Whole lot missing from traditional dieting and most weight loss programs. It doesn't deal with the whole person, the whole woman. You are not one-dimensional. So why are we dieting, which only deals with food and movement, and not deal with other life areas? It doesn't address our relationships, which is why we're self-sabotaging, because we're trying to maintain those relationships. It doesn't deal with our stress levels. Let's be honest, women, we are stressed out. It doesn't deal with our sleep. Maybe you're able to fall asleep, but maybe you're waking up early. Maybe you're tossing and turning, or maybe you're asleep throughout the whole night. This is really, really off. It doesn't deal with, yeah, you're craving sugar, but why at the core are you craving sugar? What's going on beneath? What's going on here? What's our identity? Because if our identity is one that it's very difficult for us to lose weight, if our identity is one that I'm always the fat person, that was my thought for myself. If our identity is I'm not healthy, I am my health issues, that was part of me because I suffered from migraines, then our identity is going to determine our thoughts, which lead to our feelings, which lead to our actions. Diets only address the action part of it. Most weight loss programs only address the action, but they never address our identity. They never address our thoughts. They never address our feelings. They just say, well, let's not eat so much sugar. But they're never asking, well, what was your thought before you went to that sugar? They didn't ask me what was I feeling at the time when I went for the Ben and Jerry's BOGO and I ate both pints at the same night after I had a whole Papa John pizza. No one ever asked me those questions. So as I'm researching this, as I'm going through my own weight loss journey and I'm learning about this and I'm thinking there, even with what I had learned, I'm like, there was still something missing. And the huge component is an empowered mind and our identity. Because if we don't change here, our actions are going to go back to the old patterns of behavior and programming. So when I work with my clients, we review our thoughts or feelings because they drive our actions. What's going on a subconscious level? Why is our conscious mind driving these actions? We go way deeper than most weight loss programs do, which is why oftentimes I tell my clients it's not about the weight. It's about your identity and who you believe you are at your core. That will drive your actions. So when we go through what is your motivating factor, what will losing the weight do for you? Do you want freedom? Do you want peace? Do you want better relationships? Do you want to be a better role model for your children? What will losing the weight and getting to your optimal healthy weight for your body do for you? Because you are not a number on a scale. You are not the size of your clothing. Healthy weight is so much more than that. It's about being fit, not necessarily being slim. Completely different. Completely different. Because you could be skinny and be very unhealthy and have health issues. And you can be heavier. By the way, I'm at my healthiest weight and I've been at my healthiest weight for years. However, it's a higher weight than I had been trying to maintain all along the way because I exchanged fluffy fat for lean muscle. So let's go through linking pleasure so that you can manifest your goals. I may be throwing out some terminology that you might have been like, oh, that's a little too woo. And you might be like, whoa, totally cool. We all come in a different perspective, which is great. But I'm opening up different avenues and different alternatives for you. Because if you feel like you've been hitting your head against the brick wall year after year, same New Year's resolutions every year, and you're getting nowhere, you feel like you're getting nowhere, potentially this is going to be helping you to make that turn. So pleasure drives habit loops, and habits are actions that we take on daily to determine our quality of life. So every day you have habits. Brushing your teeth is a habit. Making your bed is a habit. Driving to work or to school is a habit. Think about it. When's the last time you had to think about how to get to your job? Maybe you've driven to your job, like, how did I get here? Because you have so many thoughts in your head at the same time, right? It's a habit. Our habits are built on what feels most pleasurable to us. Did it feel pleasurable to get out of bed early today? Did it feel pleasurable to get a workout in? We always choose what feels most pleasurable, especially when you're starting any particular program or making changes. We default to what feels most pleasurable to us in that moment. So if it feels best to wake up at 5 a.m. and go for a run instead of lingering in bed, we'll do that. By the way, it does not feel best for me to get up at 5 a.m. and go to a run. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm all about being authentic and 100. That does not feel best to me. If it feels best to press the snooze on the alarm clock instead of going to a yoga class, then we'll do that. I don't press the snooze, but I do linger in bed because I go through how am I feeling? And if I'm not feeling how I want to feel, how do I want to feel? And how do I? So once again, it's all about pleasure. Pleasure. Can you resonate with any of that? Because back in the day, I was hit the snooze button, roll over, hit the snooze button. So pleasure drives our habit loops. If we change what pleasure is linked to in the brain, we can exponentially increase our motivation for follow through. And this is one of the secrets to building healthy habits that stick. How to get and stay motivated and how to get and stay consistent. We need to change what is pleasurable in our brain. But how do we do that? So here's the reason why. What we want to do is match your natural pleasure chemicals, those endorphins, with the activity that will get you the results that you want. So, endorphins, so if it's more pleasurable, I'll give myself an example. It was more pleasurable back in the day to just go grab a plate of Ben and Jerry's, sit on the couch, and like binge movies. That was more pleasurable for me because it was releasing those endorphins. The sugar calmed me down, which is why it can be a little bit of a sticky point to just say no to sugar, to just say no. Why? It's because your brain's going, I want those endorphins, give it to me now, which is why I was a binge sugar eater, the poor, because I was heaving into that. And so my brain knew, hey, easy way, just go grab the sugar. So how do we do that? With something called mental rehearsal. Have you heard about mental rehearsal? I'm just curious. You heard about mental rehearsal. So, what is mental rehearsal? So, this is a technique used by elites and champion athletes. They're literally imagining the game or their performance from their perspective as though they were actually competing. Now, this is different than seeing themselves on the field. They're actually in their own physical body as they're visualizing this. So, for instance, so if you visualize yourself speaking on stages, you're not in the audience looking at yourself. You're on stage at the microphone speaking to the audience in your own physical body when you're doing a mental rehearsal like this. So, the athletes are literally in their own body visualizing it, and they're visualizing every single part of their performance or their game from their perspective. They also rehearse if something were to go wrong or unanticipated, how are they going to recover? That's at up level part of that too. So they mentally rehearse their performance by breaking it down into tiny components. By the way, research shows that when we do mental rehearsals like this, it's almost, not quite, it's almost as equivalent to literally doing it in real life. It's that effective. Now, they do have to do it in real life, but mental rehearsal is part of how they get there. So, how do we do this? So, we're practicing overcoming habituated resistance. Let's be honest, you're going to hit resistance most likely as soon as we get off this call. There's going to be resistance. You want to take action? You going to take this action. You're like, you hit a brick wall. It's like you can't get over it. So, how do we do this? We overcome the habituated resistance. So maybe instead of going over it, we go around it, we go under it. There's all different ways, and mental rehearsal helps to get you there. It links pleasure with healthy behaviors in the brain. Once again, we're reprogramming the brain. We're changing what was pleasurable to something different so that you can get those endorphins. It motivates you to follow through in the way that you potentially have not been able to consistently in the past. So I'm curious, are you ready to try this? Who is ready to try this? Yes. So what you're going to do, we're going to do this together. Okay. So as you're listening, we're going to do some mental rehearsal together. Now I'm going to take myself off camera because otherwise you're just going to see me. I'm just going to take myself off camera just for this. We're going to do a little bit of mental rehearsal. So what I want you to do, I want you to think of a goal that you want. Now, for this one, I've chosen movement just because I hear a lot from women that they're not moving their bodies as much as they would like to. Potentially, you sit at a desk all day, or you're a student, you're at a desk all day, and you're not really moving your body. So, whatever movement you would like to do, just kind of have that in mind. It could simply be going for a walk at your lunchtime, it could be going for a walk after dinner, whatever type of movement you want to do. It could be going to the gym. Totally cool. So, think of what type of movement that you would like to do consistently. And think of that as we go through this mental rehearsal. So, what I want you to do is wherever you are with a tall spine and scan your body for any tension. Tune into the quality of your breath. Soften your shoulders and your jaw without collapsing in your back or chest. I'll be talking for the next 10 to 15 minutes, so you don't have to do anything. You can fully relax into the sound of my voice. There's nothing to do and nowhere to be. I want you to step into the version of you that is 100% committed to moving your body because the body does like to move. It was made to move, not to stagnate. Make a picture, if you will, of a future you in the coming days. Do you see her or him? Step into this future you. This is the future you that is 100% committed to making choices and small, measurable, manageable steps that will lead you to feel better, healthier, and have more energy. Flip yourself right into her body. She is already having the results that you want right now. Moving your body consistently and enjoying it. Put your fingers into the finger slots. Put your toes into the toe slots. Literally get into that future body. Take a moment and just be this future you. Look through this future you's eyes. Hear through the ears and feel with the feelings and intuition. It is a beautiful day. Continue to breathe mindfully. And as you do, breathe with her lungs and feel your heart beating. The same. As you inhale and exhale, notice how everything is going well for you. Notice how it feels to take such good care of your body and honoring yourself. You are setting healthy boundaries for you and others in your life. And you feel lighter and have more freedom as a result. Continue to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And as you inhale and exhale more deeply now, you might feel yourself be more calm, secure, expansive, and energized. Allow yourself to feel your clarity, your wonder and awe, because you have a body and it is a miracle to have a body, isn't it? It's possible that moving your body consistently might feel exquisitely good and progressively better. With each inhale and exhale, you might become more aware of how glad you are to have this body, that it can do what it can do. Some people begin to notice that their body craves movement, and there is great wealth of untapped personal power in a body that moves. Relax into claiming your power, consciously choosing to resonate at a higher vibration or frequency, which enables you to attract more of what you want in your life and in your body. And how beautiful that as you do this, you inspire others to do the same because they are witnessing you being your true, authentic self. In this place, you are more present to yourself and to others, expressing your truth, calm and simply filled with life. Let yourself savor the freedom to move and the freedom to breathe with grace and ease. Notice that all your cells are filled with fresh energy and the world appears more beautiful. You can feel yourself more attractive, more alive, and more engaged on all levels. And as these feelings grow, your lips naturally stretch into a smile. Take a look around. Where are you? What do you see? Who are you with? Notice the sounds. You might notice how easy it is to clear out all of the emotional clutter, all of the negativity and resistance while you move. And as you move, you feel more alive. Your thoughts and feelings and values are all in alignment with one another. Feel how incredibly blessed you are to have this beautiful body that serves you so well because you get to feel. Notice the thoughts you are thinking. What is this future you saying about yourself? Like a dial on a stereo, we're going to turn up the volume on your senses and your senses. What you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you smell, what you taste, and what you intuit. Allow yourself to really feel into your body's experience, its magnificence as it moves. Perhaps you are attuned to the pleasure of feeling so engaged, of feeling lighter and tighter, and you smile to yourself because you taste your power from within. It's also possible you realize you are the only you that will ever be born. Why not be the best version of you that you can be? You tell yourself, yes, I feel so freaking good right now. I am ready for anything. Allow that beautiful energy, like a golden ball of light, to penetrate every cell of your body, organically fashioning you into the truth of who you are, have always been, and always will be you. And finally, ask yourself from this place, what would this future version tell the you here now about movement? What would this future version tell the you here now about movement? Take a few deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Integrating this feeling of aliveness, having moved your body, oxygenating all your cells with fresh energy, and once again, answer to yourself, what would this future version tell the you here now about movement? Take a deep breath. Let it out. Take another deep breath in and let it out. You just did a mental rehearsal for movements. Yes. This is what I do with my clients. We do some mental rehearsals to link pleasure with motivation to help you to get and stay motivated. Because when life hits, you have the tools to take with you to link pleasure with motivation so that you can take consistent action and get the results that you want to get. But it starts with who are you? Be. You get to choose and you get to have it.
So, thank you so much for joining me today and learning about how to link pleasure with motivation. So, I do have the first gift is going to be my 20-minute weight loss method. So, if you feel like you are just beginning or beginning again, or maybe if you want to take it to the next level, this is going to be for you. It literally is. There's science behind it, but it's about mindful eating so that you're not eating mindlessly and eating overdoing it, so to speak. So this goes behind some science in a way that you can understand it. 20-minute weight loss method. You don't need anything. You don't need to purchase any additional resources in order to use this technique. And for women, when they first come to me and they start utilizing and implementing what is taught in this guide, they immediately start to see results. Just click the button to get the 20-minute weight loss method. And also, for those who upgrade to the Weight Freedom Pack, you upgrade your free ticket to the Weight Freedom Pack. I have the Stress Less, Lose More workshop. It is a mini course. There is a stress symptom checklist. So, those who do this, they take it the day they start and they take it at the end. It is designed to be done in 5 days. However, the content, the videos are short enough that you can actually do it in one day. But I recommend do it in the 5 days because those who do so and they take that stress symptom checklist at day 5, they see results by implementing. So this is about learning what stress does to your body, how it impacts your body, your individual cells, organ systems, your immune response, and your ability to release and maintain that weight loss. And I'm going to give you some really great tips and techniques that you can utilize at any time. There's more than one that I'm going to be sharing with you so that you can better able to manage your stress throughout the day. So that is only if you have purchased and upgraded your ticket to the Weight Freedom Pack. I do have one additional gift for everyone. It is a customized weight loss roadmap session. If you want to dive a little bit deeper, I'm going to ask you a series of questions to find out what life has been like for you, find out where your obstacles are, and I'm going to give you um, a a tool. I'm going to give you my recommendation on what to start on right away. What is your next step to take? It is a customized weight loss roadmap because I'm actually going to lay out your own customized roadmap for you to start seeing a result. And I've had women who have been on these calls and they have mentioned that it's the best call that they've ever been on because they were able to make connections and with my guidance with that. So it is customized weight loss roadmap session. I only offer these sessions during my events. My calendar is now open. These spots do fill up fast, so I highly recommend get on a call, sign up now. Just simply click the link, the button that is beneath this description of this call. And I highly recommend pick up your gifts now because you only have 48 hours in which to do so, to watch the content and to pick up your gifts. Now, those who do have the Weight Freedom Pack, you have lifetime access to everything, to your health, and have a great day, everyone.